Welcome to the virtual class for Monday's movement plan. This is January 21st. You have Monday and Tuesday to complete this. In the virtual class, I am more of a coach than a workout partner, so grab a buddy that you can do this with and let's all do it together. I'll give you some coaching, I'll run the clock, that sort of thing. Okay? So at this point, I've assumed you've already done the warm-up. If not, check out the warm-up video. Do that warm-up with me. Make sure your mind and your body are ready for exercise. Do your own warm-up if you need to, and then we'll get after it. We're going to score 3 movements today. Number 2, the sit-up. Number 3, the push-up. And number 12, the walking lunge. So the sit-up, remember level 3 is feet unanchored. You're on your back, your hands touch the ground above your head and come all the way up till they touch your feet and back down. Level 2 is with your buddy holding your feet, anchored feet. And level 1 is anchored feet, crunches only. So let's get after the sit-up. I'm going to start the clock. 3, 2, 1, go. Now on the sit-up, remember the different levels. Trying to get as many reps as you can. Arms touch the ground up above your head, up until your feet hit the ground, and back down for a rep. Level 2 is with anchored feet. As you begin to get, if you're starting at level 3 and you get tired, switch to level 2, makes it a little bit easier. If you're getting tired there, go all the way down to level 1. If you're just starting, start at level 1. Level 1 being anchored feet and just simple crunches. Don't worry, 2 minutes of those, you'll be feeling it. Great workout for the core. You're doing an excellent job at home. We're 40 seconds into it. Keep getting those sit-up reps. If you need to pause for a second, maybe even stand up and stretch, feel free. Get back into the sit-up position and keep moving. We're getting as many reps as we can at your level. We have 1 minute to go. 1 minute left. Great job with the sit-up. Remember, breathe deep as you're going through it. Pause up at the top if you need to. Deep breath, let it out, and then bang out a few more reps. Excellent job with the sit-up at home. If it's hard for you to count, have your buddy count. A great opportunity to build those core muscles here with the sit-up. We are coming down to 30 seconds left. 30 seconds left now. 30 short seconds left on the sit-up. Great job at home. Keep going with the sit-up. Fantastic effort. Turn up those tunes if you need to at home. Feel the beat. You got 10 seconds left on the sit-up. Great job. Get a couple more in. 5 seconds to go. I know you've got at least one more in you. 2, 1, and stop. Great job at home. What I want you to do is, if you're using the iPhone app, go ahead and score the number of reps you did at each level. If you're just keeping track at home, write it down. Get a sip of water. Shake it out a little bit. And we're going to get ready for the push-up next. Let me talk to you about the push-up while you're getting ready. Level 3 of the push-up is against the wall. Remember, arms are straight, full range of motion, down until the chest hits the ground, out until the arms are straight again. Level 2 is on the ground, but from your knees. So a straight line from your knees to your shoulder. Same thing though with the arms. They begin straight, down until the chest hits the ground, and back up for a rep. And then level 3 is from the toes. And so that's a straight body line from your heels all the way up to your shoulders, down until the chest hits the ground, and up for a full rep. This is a great one where you may need to pause momentarily and shake it out. You may want to try coming down a level. If you're starting at level 1, just get as many as you can. Increasing the difficulty by stepping away from the wall at level 1 or decreasing it by standing closer to the wall. That will put more or less body weight on your arms. Let's get after the push-up. 3, 2, 1, go. Excellent. This is one, having done training on the push-up for a long time, I still find myself unable to go for the entire 2 minutes. So I know I'm going to rest at some point. So I strategically rest, maybe after a certain number of reps. I'll pause for a few seconds, shake it out, and then try and hit another number of reps that I have in my mind. A lot of different ways to approach the push-up. Just know it's great for upper body strength, great for your chest. You're defining those triceps, the pec muscles. And then it's also great for the core as you keep that straight line in your body. Really keep your core locked. It'll make it easier in doing the push-up and you'll get more benefit out of it. So we're 45 seconds into the push-up now. Great job at home. Keep it going. Thanks for joining me in today's virtual class. We love the push-up. We have almost 1 minute to go here. You're almost halfway through. 1 minute. Exactly 1 minute left. Now, if you need to shake it out, please do so. This is a good one on those triceps, especially. They start to cramp a little. The lactic acid builds up. Maybe shake it for a second and then try and get a few more reps. If you're at a higher level and you want to come down, that's great. Make sure you're doing proper form. If you're starting to bow, if your body's coming up like a big wet piece of spaghetti, then you know you're not doing this right. Form is more important than how many reps you get. So really keep that straight line from your shoulders to your ankles if you're doing level 3, or from your shoulders to your knees, or keep your body aligned if you're doing level 1 against the wall. Form is more important than how many reps you get. 20 seconds left. Great job at home. Let's keep getting that push-up count. You have 10 seconds left now. 10 seconds. Let's get at least 3 more reps. Make them good, make them count, make them proper form. 2, 1, stop. Excellent job with the push-up. While you're stretching it out, shaking it out a bit and getting a sip of water, score it. Again, on the iPhone app, you can just use the sliders there to record the number of reps you did at whichever level or levels. If you're just writing it down at home, that's great too. I'll start explaining the last movement we're going to score today, number 12, the walking lunge, while you're recovering from the push-up. So the walking lunge has 3 levels, of course, as well. Level 1 is a PVC assist. Grab my pipe. Using this for balance and to help support some of your weight. And you're just taking a giant stride, and the back knee does not go all the way to the ground. It doesn't need to. It's just a nice giant stride. The front knee does not go beyond the toe. You want to make sure you're behind your toe. Level 2 is where you're taking a giant stride and that back knee is all the way down to the ground. Front knee, again, does not go beyond the toe, and you still have the pipe to help you with balance and in supporting some of your weight as you come back up. Level 3 is unassisted, so no pipe, but it is that giant stride up. And you feel free to keep going in a straight line, one after the other. Due to the constraints of our space here in the camera, I go back and forth a little bit. So let's get after the walking lunge. 3, 2, 1, go. Now remember, form on this one is super critical. Don't let that front knee extend out past your toe. That just puts too much pressure on your knee. If you think it's going beyond your toe, take a bigger stride. Step out even further. If you don't get your knee all the way down, that's fine. It's a great level 1 stride, especially with that PVC pipe in your hand. As you progress on this, try and get it so that back knee is all the way down against the ground. Step up and boom, into the next rep. Coming back the other way. Great to use your arms with an exaggerated running motion. For me, that really helps maintain my upper body balance. And I can just knock them out that way. We are 45 seconds in. Great job at home. Walking lunge is awesome for the core, for the hip strength, for that hip flexibility. You may feel a little soreness from this one because a giant stride like that is not something you do every day, unfortunately, but that range of motion is excellent for your body, for the health and strength in the hip joints. Under a minute to go, we have 50 seconds now. 50 seconds left. Great job with the walking lunge. This is one where I'll pause a few times and just give it a quick shake, maybe even pull a knee up towards my chest, maybe even a little exaggerated squat or twist, and then I keep moving on the walking lunge. Excellent job at home. 30 seconds now, 30 seconds left. This is the last movement we're going to score. Let's go for a personal best if we can. It doesn't matter where you actually are the first time you do it. You just want to try and go a little bit more the next time as you get more comfortable and confident in your body's ability to do this movement. 15 seconds. The more familiar you become with any of the 20 movements, the easier they become, and then the more you can challenge yourself. And 5 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1, stop. Okay, excellent job at home on that. We're gonna start getting ready now for the challenge. So the challenge for Monday, September 21st is a max escalating reps. Go ahead and get a sip of water if you've just done the scoring of the movements, and I'll explain that a little bit further. So what we're gonna do is in 10 minutes, try and get as high as you can in this escalating count. You're gonna have 2 stations. One over here will be for box jumps, and then 10 meters away, over here, will be for the deadlift. So I'm gonna bring my load in for my deadlift, because I'll be doing this at level 2 with a partial load. And over here, imagine this is 10 meters apart, I've got my box jump. And I, of course, left the box jump over here. And I'll be doing level 2 box jumps as well, a partial height. Not quite 12 inches, but something to get up. So I start here at the box jumps, and I'm gonna do 1 box jump, step back down, and then I'm gonna run over here to where the deadlift is, or walk, whatever works for you, but as fast as you're comfortable. Once I get here, I'm gonna perform 1 deadlift. And then I'm gonna run or walk back my 10 meters to the starting point, and that's 1. Now I'm on 2, so 2 box jumps. Run over, 2 deadlifts and back, 3, 3, 4, and so forth. So I think you get the hang of it. I'm gonna set the timer for 10 minutes, and I'll be coaching you through. But make sure before you start, if you need to pause it for a second, feel free. You've got a station for box jumps, and then 10 meters approximately away, you've got a station for deadlift. And the levels are what's appropriate for you. It doesn't matter what level you're at, you're just gonna do that many reps, and it's about moving quickly in between the 2 stations. So I'll set the clock here for 10 minutes on the timer, and let's get after it. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so it's gonna be 1 box jump. And now I'm hustling over to the deadlift. As you get into position, body weight's on your heels. Your feet are a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. Nice lift, making sure you're driving through the heels, keeping your back straight and the chest up. That's 1 deadlift, and hustle back over. Now we're on 2. 2 box jumps. Now remember, the feet move together. You're loading and exploding, and then catching yourself. And then we're gonna hustle back on over to where the deadlifts are. We're on 2 now. I am. You're on whichever number you're on already. And 2 deadlifts, really making sure I'm doing great form. If you wanna go fast in the transition. But once you get to the movement, slow it down a touch and make sure your form is perfect. I don't want you going faster with less than perfect form. I want you doing perfect form as fast as you can at whatever level you can, okay? So now I'm on 3. It's gonna be 3 box jumps over here. Really making sure I catch myself and stand all the way up. And then hustling back over here for my 3 deadlifts. We are 1 minute and 30 seconds in. So not a lot of time has passed, and even at the leisurely pace, we're making good progress against here. Let's see how high we get on that escalating max reps. Knocking out 3 of my deadlifts. Making sure I'm standing up straight here as well. In both movements, you want to make sure you stand up straight at the top of the movement. I'm going to hustle back over. I know it's a little easier for me because my distance is not 10 meters. Please accept my apologies. I'm coaching, remember, just coaching, not doing. I'm on number 4 over here on the box jump. Real nice form where I dip down, drive, I explode, and then catch myself, and then stand all the way up. Just under 8 minutes to go. That was 4, hustle back over. I'm on 4 deadlifts. If it helps, think about having a little piece of paper there so you can tick it each time you complete a round, and that way you know which one you're on next. Sometimes as I get tired, I lose count. Or, as I love to point out, do this with a buddy and they can count for you. And it makes it a lot easier and a lot more fun, and someone's checking your form the whole time. So going for 4 deadlifts, and then back on over here to where the box jump started. Now I'm up to 5. 5 for me. You're on whatever number you are. Keep going. We have Almost 7 minutes left here, 3 minutes into it, and 7 more to go. Great job at home. Dip and drive. Repeat that, step back. Starting to get a little tired, the heart rate's going a little bit from the running. That's by design. What you want to do is really focus on form. Hustle here as fast as you want. Once you get there, get into position. Quick breath to settle yourself. Weight on the heels. Legs are shoulder width apart or slightly wider. Your chest is straight, your back is straight and your chest is up. Take that load, keep it as close to your center of gravity as you can, right on your ankle line if possible. And complete those reps. And back. Now I'm on number 6 here. You may feel tempted to take the walk in between the stations nice and slowly and use that as a bit of time to recover. That's a great strategy as well. Running there and then having to stand and recover doesn't really help you either. So you do that the way you want. But again, the goal is to get as many as you can, as high as you can on the scale. At the very end, if you've just started your 7th count, and you've only done 1 box jump, you get points for 7. So finishing that and getting into that next tier is really valuable for you as you score this particular challenge and gain bragging rights on your friends. All right, so I'm back to the box jumps. Great job. We are almost at 5 minutes here, almost halfway through. The second half is when this really starts to take on a whole new shape in your mind because you're doing higher numbers now at each station. You're at those higher rep counts and you're just getting tired. 5 minutes to go, halfway now. So great job. Keep going at home. Hustle back on over to that other station. Knock out those deadlifts. I'm just going to give you some form cues for each movement. If you're on the deadlift, make sure your feet are shoulder width apart, maybe slightly wider. My toes are pointed out. And you want to make sure that you're keeping your body weight on your heels. Your butt is back, your lower back is straight, your core is engaged, your chest is up. That's for the deadlift. Hustle back on over. On the box jumps, if you're working on those, remember it's all about moving your feet in unison. Keep them together. You're going to drive down, bending your hips and knees, explode up, catch yourself in the crouch position, stand all the way, and then you can step back for that to be a complete rep. I think I'm on 7 already here. I'm sure you're way ahead of me, but it's 7 box jumps, hustle over, 7 deadlifts, hustle back. And then the next 8, and then keep going up. I'm going to stop saying numbers in case I'm getting in your head and messing up your count. But we have under 4 minutes to go. Under 4 minutes to go now. This is where you really earn today's challenge. The rep counts are higher. Try to do them unbroken if you can. Try not to rest during your reps of either movement. Try to keep your rest during the transition to a minimum. That's where you can really burn a lot of time as moving from one location to the other. But this is an excellent movement where now your heart's moving fast, you're feeling great cardio workout, and you're developing strength if you're using proper form. So really watch that form. We've got 3 minutes and 10 seconds left, 3:10 now. Really pay attention to form. I'm going to walk through the form again. If we're on the box jumps, your feet are moving together, dip down, drive and explode up, catch yourself in the crouching position, and back up to standing and step off. If you're over here on the deadlift, that load is right in between your ankles. Feet are wider than shoulder width apart. You want your body weight on your heels. Wiggle those toes the whole time. Load comes up as close to your body as you can, and then back down to the ground for a rep. If you're using zero load, you can, I like to use a tennis ball just for the sake of form enhancement, but you want nice straight arms. Your elbows aren't bending at all. All the lifting's done with your legs. That load is just staying right there at the bottom of your straight arms. So excellent job on the form. 2 minutes and 10 seconds left. Now 2:10 left. So this last 2 minutes, I want you to keep thinking form the whole time. But great job. Back over, whether you're working on the next set now of box jumps, or you're in between, or you're moving over to the deadlifts. Fantastic job at home. Really making sure you get the most out of this particular challenge. We are 150 to go. This is where you really earn it, people. I know you're breathing hard. Really focus on the form. I know I sound like a broken record about form, but keep the chest up, the back straight, the weight on your heels if you're over here on the deadlifts. Again, body weight's on your heels. Wiggle those toes the whole time. Keep your chest up and your back straight and your core engaged. Keep that weight as close to your center of gravity as you can. Excellent job. If you're over on the box jump, be loading your hips and knees and then exploding up. Both feet move at the same time. Catch yourself, balance, and then come all the way up, standing straight. And then when you step back, you've completed the box jump rep. Opposing movements by design. This one's much more explosive with the hips, and this one's much more of a power lift. And you're starting to get a sense as to why they complement each other the way they do in this final minute now, or 50 seconds of today's challenge. So excellent job at home. Know that what you're feeling is by design. The cardio in between these two opposing kinds of movements gives you a great body response to what you're doing. These 10 minutes will pay back in large dividends. We have 30 seconds to go. Excellent job at home. Let's see if you can't finish the rep you're on and get one more on the next level. Get one higher. Finish up those deadlifts if you're on the deadlifts. Hustle back and get at least one box jump to put you into that next number so that your score will be that much higher when you enter your challenge score. 5 seconds left. Great job at home. 3, 2, 1, stop. All right, congratulations. I know you're probably breathing heavy, all bent over and kind of mad at me as I just sit here and jabber the whole time, but hey, that's what the coach does. I'm not going to tell you to drink some water. I'm going to tell you to enter your score in the iPhone app. Just slide that bar until you get to the number that you made and the max escalating reps. Join me for the cool down with the cool down video, or do a cool down on your own. Either way, make sure you're stretching out your body, helping it calm down, slow down, and get ready to enjoy the rest of your day and the rest of your weekend, or the rest of your week rather. And I'll see you at Wednesday's movement plan. Remember, keep moving.